Well, they got a new CEO, and I think he's making the moves. Everyone was looking forward to what is he gonna do differently than Pat Gelsinger, and it looks like he wants to turn around the foundry business. There was one school of thought that thought Intel should sell the foundry and focus on chip design like NVIDIA, but clearly he feels foundry business can be turned around. And so the easy pickings here is raise cash, get rid of the non-core assets, which is Altera here. So they're selling 51% stake. Mobilize, another business that comes to mind that they could sell. And look, with a company like Intel, everyone knows that you can't really turn around this company to show high growth. It's more about how do you manage the company in a way where they're not burning a lot of cash, as well as they can have low to mid single digit growth. And I think that's going to be the playbook here.
So Mandeep, is Silver Lake getting a good deal then with this acquisition?
I think so. I mean, Intel paid 16 billion plus 10 years back. So they held the company for 10 years, and now they're selling at half the price. And look, this isn't a high growth asset, which is why it was non-core to Intel. But we know semis isn't that sweet part of the cycle where everyone seems to be bullish on AI and semis. And so maybe Silver Lake can come up with a better way to, leverage Altera in that semi space, because that's what everyone seems to be excited by. How can I play in the demand for semis?
Why didn't they sell the whole thing?
Well, I mean, it's a private equity player, so they're not going to put a lot of money in one asset, and they just wanted 51% so that they can run the company. At the same time, Intel can benefit if they are able to successfully turn it around. And I think Altera still needs Intel technology to be successful. So it's not as if there's a complete decoupling. It just allows Intel to focus more on the core business, the foundry, and their CPU business, as opposed to focusing on Altera and Mobileye, I think, good down the line.
Should we expect with this new Intel CEO to see more news like this, Intel selling other parts of its business?
I think so. Mobileye is definitely another one, which is non-core to Intel. Even if they want to double down on AI and chip design within AI, I mean, Mobileye is more autonomous driving. And yeah, that also came from another acquisition that Intel did back in the day. So I hope they don't end up taking a loss on that one. But I do think the playbook here seems to be that they want to focus on foundry and core CPU chip design.
Foundry, that's making chips, right?
Yes, the manufacturing side.
Now, who else does that?
Well, we just heard the news around NVIDIA, using TSMC to make their AI supercomputers here in the US. So that was quite a bit of news, because I would have thought TSMC would partner with Intel. And there was some rumblings about, TSMC doing something with Intel, at least here in the US. But it looks like NVIDIA is thinking about making their next AI supercomputer with TSMC. No talk about Intel. And that will be here in the U.S.
I thought I thought there's some deal out there where Intel's going to do a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah, so that's where there was talk about Intel and TSMC partnering. Okay. So that was the foundry side of Intel, but I don't think that's happening now.
So the Biden plan with Intel, which was to do a big deal, big investment, is that still on or no?
So the CHIPS Act money was given to Intel. It was also given to TSMC for the Phoenix fab, where they will be making this AI supercomputer with NVIDIA. But look, I think in the case of Intel, the challenge has always been, why have they not participated in this AI wave? And the CHIPS Act money didn't help over there.